It's day 40 of the Iran war. We're on the ground in Dubai. Let's take you through what's been happening across the region today. 90 minutes before Donald Trump's deadline, both sides stepped back from the brink. A 2-week ceasefire announced at the 11th hour. The relief in this region was palpable, but cracks in this fragile truce could be appearing already. Less than 12 hours into this ceasefire, a number of explosions were reported on 2 Iranian islands in the Gulf, according to Iranian state media. These images, verified by Sky News, emerged from Lavin oil refinery. The source of the explosions were unknown. Israel had also agreed to halt all military strikes on Iran for 2 weeks. Elsewhere, Iranians had taken to the streets to celebrate Washington's agreement to de-escalate. This footage shows pro-government demonstrators gathering in Tehran and burning the US and Israeli flags. They'd been preparing for an apocalyptic battle with the US. But any deal between the US and Iran has not reined in Israel in Lebanon. A residential building in Beirut was one of dozens of sites hit across the country today. The health minister warned of mass casualty events amid reports that populated areas had been hit, with hospitals overwhelmed and many more people trapped under the rubble. The Israeli military called it the largest wave of strikes on Hezbollah since the war began. Pakistan, the key interlocutor in the deal between the US and Iran, had said Lebanon had been part of the ceasefire agreement, but Israel is viewing their war against Hezbollah as a separate fight, and they have no plans to stop. This footage, verified by Sky News, shows a car in flames after an Israeli attack in the city of Sidon. 8 people were killed there overnight and at least 22 more injured, according to the Lebanese health ministry. And large clouds of smoke were seen in the sky above Shrifa and Beirut after a series of Israeli airstrikes hit at least 5 neighborhoods in the capital. The humanitarian situation in Lebanon is growing increasingly grave. There was some respite for world markets today after commercial shipping began to slowly flow through the Strait of Hormuz, where more than 2,000 vessels have been stranded for the last 5 weeks. Tehran agreed it would permit safe passage through the critical waterway for the duration of the ceasefire. But it comes with conditions. The Iranian military is apparently maintaining control of the waters, and ships are being charged a hefty toll to pass safely. Under international law, Iran has no grounds for charging a toll, so allowing them to do so will be perceived as a huge win for Iran. The UAE confirmed 17 ballistic missiles and 35 drones have been fired at the country from Iran already today. And the Kuwaiti army says its air defences have been intercepting a wave of Iranian drones since early this morning. It's unclear whether these are deliberate violations of the ceasefire or if there's a lack of cohesion within Iran's command structure. Ceasefires tend to have messy starts, but the attacks against Gulf states and the explosions on Iran's islands today raise serious questions about whether this ceasefire is already beginning to unravel and whether the agreement can hold long enough to reach talks in Islamabad later this week.